Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is November 19th, Tuesday night. It's the Big Daddy Show, and tonight I have two wonderful, wonderful young friends of mine. I've had the honor of knowing them for a few years now. And tonight we are going to chat about their story and everything past and forward. Would you please welcome, I got to do ladies first, Teddy Price and Mr. Kevin. We do have one pretty face on this show this evening. Teddy Price and Mr. Kevin Garrity. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up?
Hi.
How are you? How's everybody?
Super duper, man.
Awesome. I am down in Orlando, Florida, hanging out with my younger son and my three grandkids down here. Oh, my guys, real quick before we start the show, so much fun already. And so tonight, as we had Seth Velez last week, and Kevin and Teddy also work for SCE. And Kevin, let's start with you.
Okay.
Where did you let them? Kevin, you start. Teddy, you right after that. Who are you? What do you do? Where are you from? Whatever.
Yeah. Hi. My name's Kevin Garrity. Wait, where's my Kevin? I'm DJ. Hi, Kevin. We've been with SCE for over 3 years now. I started off in central Pennsylvania working with Clock Entertainment, and before then I sold used cars for a Nissan dealership.
Kidding.
Yeah, I took one Saturday off a month and I would go and DJ a wedding, and then I had a guy threaten my life at the store I worked at, and I was like, this is a joke, so I'm gonna go and do what I really want to do. And then I joined the Clock. And but I was originally born and raised in our home state of Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
A little north of Hartford. So I get a chance to go back there every once in a while and visit family. I actually got to swing in and see you one time, which I was, that's always nice to do. But yeah, so now we reside a little outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and we do a ton of weddings in New Jersey, as well as the Philadelphia market. Really, it's kind of the same thing, but also we still creep back into like central Pennsylvania. And I actually just spoke with a couple that is getting married at the Farmington Polo Club in June of next year. So
Farmington, what a nice place.
Yeah, I heard they're apparently adding like a fourth space because they're doing so well. So yeah, they're going to be like one of the first people in that space. So we'll see if we can connect on that. Yeah, hopefully. But
that'd be nice.
Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell.
And Teddy?
Hi, I'm Teddy. So I am a medical assistant during the week. I actually get to work from home now. So I'm like our administrative medical assistant. Since we moved, that's what I've been doing. I've also been helping Kevin now for, I guess, 3 years, right?
Yeah, a little before then too.
Yeah. So I was also working for Clock Entertainment at the time. That's actually how me and Kevin met each other. I was kind of just there learning photo booths, kind of started getting into learning how to be like a DJ assistant. And then when Kevin joined SCE, he kind of asked me to be like his number one assistant. So I work basically every wedding with him unless I'm unavailable. But we kind of have created like this team of, this fantastic team that we have. We love working together. But yeah, it's a little straining sometimes just because, I'm working 5 days a week and then rolling right into a wedding, usually a Friday after I get off, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then we're back to it. And everybody knows this time of year is a little hectic. So we're both just ready for a nice little break here soon.
Awesome. Now, when you guys work together, Kevin, you're the MC, and Teddy pretty much mixes it up. She's on the ones and twos. Or do you co-MC and co-DJ?
So the way that we do it, basically, when I tell people like how we balance, I say I pretty much do like 80% of it, because I do all the MCing, and then like party kicks off, then it's me. But Teddy's role is obviously super important in that, number one, it's like having an opener at a wedding, which to me, you gotta love having an opener, just because even if they buy you if you're doing a 6-hour set and they buy you an hour, you only have to do 5 hours. That's a great little blow that you get as the headliner. But what Teddy does most importantly, and probably her favorite part of the whole thing, is she does doors opening. So she's live mixing that. We live mix through dinner, which is sort of when our transition happens. But definitely the best part about working with her constantly, and one reason why we like to have, at SCE, why we like to lay into having just like 90% of the time assistant, is because we talk without speaking, without nodding my head, without looking at her. Just she knows just by like the cadence of my voice when we're gonna move, when I'm gonna make like a joke instead of moving on when I normally would. So yeah, really, I would say like, but yeah, of course she can cut it up too. She did an after party at Park Chateau last week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, is it pretty much every one of the SCE, and there's some fantastic entertainers in that company. Does everyone mix it up, mix through cocktail hour, mix? Because when Jan and I did my son's wedding, Jeff Scott Gould did Desi's wedding in 2013.
Okay.
And they mixed through pretty much the entire night. And you don't see that often.
Nah.
But you know what I've watched your videos and stuff like that. What I like about that is because you are so comfortable together, this is the future, my friends. This is what the future is. This right here, this is the future. And I know that you work with Clock, and it was a different situation working with Jason.
Sure.
It was a one-man show, correct? Pretty
Uh,
much.
Sort of. Like we had assistants, of course.
Mhm.
It was like a staffed assistant. So if we didn't have anybody, then listen, I'm not getting punished for being good at my job. I was good at my job and I could
Right.
do it, So like as somebody that was really high up in the company at one point, I was more than happy to kind of sacrifice my assistants in order to make sure that the whole picture worked out. Right. But it's just, sometimes you have people that maybe they wanted to be a photo booth tech, and this happens all over the place, You
Oh,
get
yeah.
assistants, you get, some younger people. You need to have more people on to get less of a job done. You need to have less people on, and sometimes people got to pull a little more weight. It was such a trust factor there, and that's really where I gained and I've told Clock this a bunch of times because he made me so much of the man that I am. He taught me how to answer emails and keep a clean inbox. He taught me how to manage with not an iron fist, but a stern one, and just a number of other lessons that I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you.
Jason's a good boy.
Jason's are good boys, I don't think it's any coincidence that I went from one to another.
Yeah.
My biggest thing was it was a super hard parting. It was something that I always wanted to do, was to be at SCE just with the guys that I knew there. Spinelli is the reason that I became a DJ. I was a photographer and videographer before that. And just I saw the light. He linked me up with Clock, and I at the time I didn't know Clock. I just wanted to get to SCE. I think Clock I always knew it was a stepping stone. It's just the more time I spent there, the harder it became.
Right. Yep.
But great things happen in meeting Teddi there, where she walks in and like her motivation. I guess this isn't really my story to tell, So I don't know. Do you want to start off where you started join Clock and why?
I mean, I just kind of was looking for something part-time, something fun to do on the weekends. My dad is a sound engineer, and my mom was always like in bands, a singer. She dabbled in, some DJing, like a lot of karaoke DJing and stuff. So I've always had that kind of musical background. I just never really got into anything with them. So I saw like an ad was posted, and I was like, oh, this looks like something fun that I would like to get into. And I applied, got a call, and ended up as a photo booth tech. My first wedding that I worked was actually with Kevin. And I had never actually touched a DJ controller before in my life. And I had to help him with intros that day. And I just remember looking at him going, I don't actually know what I'm doing, just so you know. And we crushed it. And I don't know, that just kind of like sparked something between us. And a couple of months later, we just kind of, we worked a couple times together, and eventually somebody asked if I would like to hang out with him, and that was kind of all she wrote after that.
Big Daddy, she's not telling the whole story. I fell off my motorcycle, sir. Okay. So Teddy,
Oh.
yeah, Teddy works at a podiatrist's office. That's a foot doctor. For
Yeah.
DJs like me that didn't know what the hell that was.
I'm old enough to know what a podiatrist
I know
is.
you
Okay.
are, bro. You
Thank
got
you.
gangrene out your ass. No, so like I fall off my motorcycle and I'm like, you work at a foot doctor or whatever, right? And I was like, what should I do? And she was like, go to urgent care, you weirdo. Don't Snapchat text me. And yeah, I don't know. I was like, damn, this girl is tough and she's got a couple balls and this could be cool. So yeah,
The rest is history.
something like that.
I mean, and I started, so I was just like helping with intros. That was really all that I had ever learned to really do when I was like at Clock. I was doing that and photo booth. So I would just kind of like bounce back and forth. And then, COVID happened and, we weren't working weddings. There was nothing to do. And I just remember that was kind of a moment I looked with Kev again. And I was like, I want to learn how to do what you're doing. I want to learn how to DJ. And we started, he had me learning on,
It's supposed to be right here, but I moved my office.
yeah, but he had me learning on the little DJ controller at first,
Yep.
just to learn how to beat match. That was kind of the first thing we started with. I started learning how to beat match, and then after that, I would usually wait till he was like working a wedding, and I would just kind of sit down by myself and like practice songs, and then he would come home, and I'd be like,
Like it. Now, on all of yours, when Kevin and Teddy go out, is there a photo booth included? Is the package complete package with photo booth and everything, or do you just start if and please, if I'm saying this, basic packages Kevin and Teddy, lights and everything else, and photo booth and all that is another package
Yeah,
altogether?
we're pretty much all a la carte.
Got it.
It just for us, like everybody that comes to us is so independent of anyone else. It's very hard to even come up with like 3 or 4 boxes that anyone can fit into.
Got it.
It's just we did 4 weddings in 5 days. They were in 3 different states. So you just know things are going to be different that way. One was ceremony, cocktail, reception in 5 hours. Well, one was on a Tuesday where we only did reception. They had live music for everything else. So just that is hard to like, put into one thing. And just with us, where we're traveling all over the place, our photo booths still come from New Jersey, not from where we're at. So a lot of times it's just an added fee. But
But it's through SCE. Everything you guys.
Everything we do is through SCE.
Got it. It's Kevin and Teddy and an a la carte after that, if you will. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like we own all of our own.
Right.
Like we own all of our own.
Frankly, the best situation for me as the DJ, as the equipment owner, like as the DJ High Kevin LLC, whatever entertainment. I don't even know it. But like being able to own, maintain, program all of our own gear, we just nerd out in the living room all the time. We have 4 chairs at our table, our kitchen table right now, Big Daddy. 2 of them have Chauvet movers on them.
I'm like reprogramming our lights right now.
We're not going to bring truss in here. We're just going to put them up on our, freaking.
Put them on the chairs. That's
put them on
fine.
chairs, whatever. We're fine.
That's like one of my favorite things to do is run our lights. And I love like doing like reprogramming them just with new fun stuff. We just got tubes within the last like 6 months. So
that's the tubes bag right
there. Yeah. I see it. Now, a quick question.
Fire.
After COVID hit, after we were able to go back to being normal, if you will, what made you guys decide, where do you want to go from here? If that makes any sense whatsoever. Where do you guys want to grow from here? Not just grow. Your future in this business. Where do you want to grow? Do you want to keep doing this? Expand a brand, of course, but where do you want to grow from here?
Well, I know for me, it was, I wanted to learn how to DJ, and I wanted to continue to learn, obviously, as being Kevin's assistant, I just wanted to learn anything and everything I could. Every time even if there's a technical error, I'm always asking questions like, why is this happening? Tell me why it's happening. So if there's ever an instance where, I took over the after party on Tuesday. So if he's not around me and something happens now, like I need to know what to do to troubleshoot. So just kind of constantly for me, it's just wanting to continue to grow and learn. Like I love just listening to all the other DJs and like every time, we go to the expos and stuff, I literally just love taking everything in and getting to talk to everyone and hearing how everybody does everything. And I think for me, the biggest thing has been my confidence has kind of skyrocketed in the last like 2 years. I used to be a pretty like shy person, not super big and like talking to a lot of people I didn't know. And now I feel like I like the expo is like one of the biggest things I personally look forward to because I just feel like we have so many friends there. I love going and meeting new people. And I just love getting to like learn new things and just getting to DJ the after party on Tuesday when Kevin was like, "Hey, we're doing this after party, just so you know, you're taking it over." At first I was like, "Oh, okay."
I didn't give you a choice, right?
No, you
I was
didn't.
like, you're
You
fucking
didn't.
doing
You didn't give me a
You're doing
choice.
this.
But I was like, okay, like I got this. I can do it. Like, what are they looking for? And I kind of went off of that and went based off of what I saw was happening during reception with what he was playing. And it was a lot of fun. I had a blast. The couple was fantastic, and I just like, for me, that was another big thing. And now I'm like, okay, like let's book after parties. Like I want to do the after parties now. So for me, it's just I want to continue to keep growing and learning as much as I can. And I don't personally have any interest in like being the main DJ. I personally am comfortable in my like assistant role and getting to DJ when I'm able to and help out. So yeah.
What about Kev? Where do you want to? Where do you,
Grow.
as far as
Yeah.
growing,
Grow.
the
Right.
grow the high Kevin brand, if you will.
So Teddy and I are like a pretty big like a perfect yin yang. Where like I've helped her kind of come out of her shell a little bit, and she's definitely helped me focus on more of it, like everything else. Which so much for me is like really the business stuff. That's so hard. Like for me to sit down and like just sit down and look at stuff and like read stuff. Bro, I don't think I've read an entire paragraph every word since 10th grade. So it's like it's just super hard to like learn about this really boring shit. But that's what I have to do. It's what I have to do is like truly make those like adult decisions. Because I know that's gonna be the part that's gonna really help us like leap from where we are now. And like yeah, I can keep making, fun, entertaining videos on YouTube, but if I don't have a plan for it, then it's nothing. So really just yeah, we want to stick around like 60 to 70 weddings a year probably. Just to have like a healthy number so Teddy can keep her head above water. Maybe even bring it down a little bit more if our prices go up, but we certainly like for me it's just more about coming up with ways to really hone in on finding the perfect crowd for us, that loves us, that loves the lighting that Teddy puts together, that wants her to throw an after party, that needs this balance of of us. So yeah, I'm just really happy that she's growing with, that's the best part, easily the best part. And we're super big on being very confident in that we don't want children. So we just get to grow ourselves,
Now the high Kevin, I think the high Kevin brand is part of SCE, and that will continue. So that you're an entity in yourself within SCE, sort of like Nick and Seth and everybody. Everybody is their own entity.
Yeah.
Under the bubble of SCE, correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Are there team meetings and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I gotta go into the office today, because we just placed like a big order together, and I gotta go pick up a bunch of stuff. So like it's fun because like last Thursday, Spinelli was doing the tailgate for the Eagles. I went out there with Jeff and Bird and hung out. Like if we obviously all work in a similar area. There's about I would say like upwards of like 10 to 12 teams of guys out any given night. So, you know, you hit them up like, hey, I'm in Point Pleasant. Is anybody, you know, I'm done at 10. What's everybody doing? You know, and then like maybe we can meet up just for one drink, just to like decompress. That just makes the drive home so much more fun.
Now, the one more thing about SCE.
Yeah.
Does everybody have their own special assistant, like Teddy is with you? Nick Spinelli's got pretty much the same guy that goes with him all the time.
With Santi.
JSG.
Yeah, so everybody definitely looks for that.
Got it.
I just think it's such an anomaly in itself that the fact that we have a company where 5 guys have one person that wants to be that person, that's crazy and super fortunate. A lot of guys are, you know, like the best part is the better we do, the better we can take care of them, which was my biggest thing was like, Teddy, I will never underpay you. You know, like if you make this your full, like a part of your full-time gig, then absolutely I'm gonna take care of you. I have a pay scale for her that I just copy paste whenever we do what we do. You know, it's not about that. Like you gotta pay your assistants well. That's how you keep one forever. You pay them well, you treat them well.
You have to do that. And a quick question. The big moment that you both had in your life that changed the direction of your business and your life together. Did you share the same one, or did you both have, if that question makes any sense whatsoever, did you know this is the way we want to go? What was that big life? I mean, I know that leaving Jason to go to the others to Jason Jani, that was a big decision. Am I correct?
Yeah, that was huge.
And what made you decide to do that? And why?
Well, it was like 3:41 a.m.
We're not going personal here. We're going business.
Yeah, no. If I'm keeping it business wise, then really it was just for me. It was growth. That's literally. I have such a hard time stopping like learning unless it's boring. If it's something that I'm interested in, then I'm like all in. And I'd seen her be excited about it because it was the first expo back after COVID that the conversation happened between Jana and myself. And I pretty much called her and I was like, hey, we're moving to Jersey. But then the next morning I was like, hey, is that okay? You know, like it's a team. It was already a team decision at that point. But she knew where it was going to take us. You know, like you really can't. What is it? Strike when the iron's hot? Is that the proverb,
Amen.
Right? Yeah.
Amen.
You know,
good one. Good one.
Like we had kind of maxed out where we were living. There wasn't really much more or anywhere for
the ladder had
him
stopped
to go. Yeah.
The ladder had stopped. If
plateaued, you know, like not. I don't want to make it like a minor league type, major league type thing, but you know, like that was. I needed to jump to the next lily pad,
but
whatever.
To Jersey is a very different market in general, so you know that was just a huge leap in general. And then, I mean, we had to make some decisions. We didn't move into Jersey like we originally were going to do. We kind of stayed in PA so that we could continue also like doing this market because he had that clientele here. So, you know, we still get things in Pennsylvania. I also still drive back to where we were on Tuesdays. I have to go. That's where I was today.
By the way, Teddy just drove like an hour and a half to make sure she got here on time. I'm not trying to say like I'm guilt tripping anything, but this girl's freaking working 8 days a week.
All right, Kevin, you can leave now. This is all the Teddy.
I know,
You're
right?
done. You're out. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by. But guys, we gotta close this out.
Yeah.
You know, we could go this for hours. And thank you again. Let everybody know how they can get in touch with you guys. Everything, every kind of market known to man, every streaming, this, that, everything. Let them know.
Teddy doesn't do much on social. So I'm DJ Hi Kevin everywhere. But the three best places you can find me are TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Okay. And again, thank you both so very much. And I am so proud of both of you guys.
This is so I want 2,500 minutes, man. What the hell is this?
Guys, this is the whole thing. When I do this, I have 25 minutes. I had Jonathan Simmons on, Josh
Yeah.
Staley, you guys, and I mean, I could go on for days and days and days, and John Young would go, "Would you guys shut up,
Right?
please?"
He's got that live. He's got that recorded video to put up in 60 seconds, bro. We got to get out of here.
He's got the button going. All right.
Shouts
shut
to
up,
John.
boy.
Thank you for having us, John.
Yes.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you,
And all
John.
the work that you do back there. I don't know half of it, and I know how hard it is. You know, so
Amazing, guys. Thank you so very much.
somebody leave a
Please-
comment for how good Big Daddy looks in his glasses.
I love you guys. Have
Love
a
you too,
great
brother.
night. Well, I'm going to call you guys in a minute. But guys, next week I have from Tennessee, Miss Stacy Carroll going to be coming on with me. She's a wonderful girl. Thank you, John Young. Thank you again. Ben
Thank you,
Stowe,
guys.
rock it out. Love
Appreciate
you both.
y'all. Love you.
Peace.
Peace.